Hey everybody, welcome to this video. This is Kaboom, and in this video we're going to be looking at several different things. We're going to be looking at some comments that I got. I love the comments on my last video. A lot of really good advice comments, and a lot of good just comments overall about what people were experiencing in game. So I want to look at some of those, and I want to talk about builds, and maybe I'll even do my build at the end. But I may change it up, so I don't know. I'll show you guys some different options that you guys can pick from and choose. And then if you find one that you like, you could build it in a sandbox world. And then if you like it, then you can go and build it into your survival world once you have your resources and stuff. And one of the best things that's really opened up a lot of options to us is this right here. You can get your resources back now. 1 cord, 1 silk fabric, and 1 torch. So you could build balloons and add rockets and different things to your build and then smash it and get it back. And so I'm gonna show you guys a couple easy builds that you could do that if you're like, you know what, this whole flying thing is for the birds, I don't want anything to do with it. Well, I have a couple builds for you. So let's go ahead and get into these comments. Talk about them, and then I will show you a couple of different builds. And if you guys find this video helpful, do me a big favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because it really helps out. Okay, so the first comment that I got was from Gentleman's Quarter 1. He says, I don't use dynamic foundations. I just use front pines. They're too heavy. When I get a break in my ship, I immediately relog and it's repaired. And I answered, that's awesome. And I went through their channel and I looked for the ship to see if they had a tutorial on it, but they didn't. But this is something that I got quite a bit over and over again. I got this other comment that says, better off using a foundation stick rather than a dynamic foundation. That came from Jonathan Qnons 7303. And then last but not least, I got this comment from Alakite Colin that says, there's more lag in this update and some of my floating ships appear very high in the air or lose their steering parts often after logging in. The design I use, I have uploaded and made a quick tutorial on it. It is very survival friendly. And I said, I'll take a look. Thanks for sharing. Those 3 comments are kind of all together because they're talking about not using this, but using a little something different. And I'm going to show you guys that build here, but I want you to go over to Alakite Colin's channel and watch their video. It is like 2 minutes and they are going to build theirs a little bit different than how I'm going to build this one. Just need to clean out a little space to work here, but go over to their channel, give them a subscribe, give them a like, and show them a little love for putting their video out there to be looked at and help add to the overall discussion of flying ships. All right, for this build, you're gonna put you make a little structure like this. This is gonna help give a good foundation to your dynamic foundation, because this thing is going to, if you don't have a good base like this, it'll fall over. Then you're going to want to come here, you're going to want to grab one of these there and then put one on the other side, and then you're going to put this here next to that, and you're going to use your nudge key and you're going to nudge 1 key over to leave a gap there. You're going to come over here, you're going to do the same thing on this side, nudge 1 over. So it should look like that. You should have a gap on both sides. We're going to repeat that same thing over here. Once you have that in, you're going to go to floors. You're going to grab this board, turn it sideways, and you want it to line up right on the top, and you want it to be lined up with your dynamic foundation. We're going to do the same thing over here on this side. Now, if you're in survival, you're going to want to grab stairs so that you can put some stairs here to get back up. Just make sure it's not touching your ship. So then you're gonna come up here, you're gonna grab this, you're gonna place blocks going up. 4, well, you're gonna place 3 more, so you have a total of 4 blocks. And you wanna do 1 block on each side so this thing doesn't tip over and crash. Once you've done that, you're going to grab this block and place one there and one there. It should center itself on there if you see. Then you're going to go to here and you're going to put your switch there. Now, I like to use little rockets for turning. You know, let's go with 2 rockets. Okay, now that those 2 are in, then you're going to come down here. And another little trick is punch with your fist. Because in case you hit the wrong block, you don't completely destroy everything and one hit it with a pickaxe. So now that's down. Now we're going to knock this one out. And now we have that side done. Perfect. Now we're going to come over here, do the same thing. We're going to do that same thing we did over here. Okay, so now you've got this here like this. But instead of putting this block like this, we're going to turn it like that. And we're going to put that block on there like that. We're going to drop that there. And then we're going to come back here. We're going to add a large thruster. Like that. But we're just testing out this design. This is what was recommended to me a lot in the comments. So we're just testing this design out. Okay, so this is where some options come into this build. As you can see, I just added 6 balloons and it got me up in the air. If I wanted to go higher, I could add a 7th balloon. Maybe even add it like in here to help pull that front up a little bit. And you can see now that we get the resources back, that's now an option to raise and lower our ships. So let's go ahead and test this thing out. Spins pretty fast. Yeah, I might go with just 1 rocket. Look how fast this thing spins. 1 rocket might be enough. This is a pretty inexpensive way to travel. And let's say you get to your destination and you need to land. You could pop a balloon here. Let's see. Okay, drop. Okay, we got those resources. That's good. And let's pop this one. Okay, we got those resources. So definitely recommend being close to the balloon when you pop it to get the resources back easier. But this would be a very simple way to get around your map. Low resource cost. Heck, you don't even need this little side rocket. Like, you could probably do 1 rocket. We'll test that here. Let's go ahead. And then you have those resources from your balloons. So now you're able to just add your balloons back on to get back up into the air. And the higher you want to go, the more balloons you could add. Now, let's see what happens if we add rockets to the bottom. Okay, guys, so I put these rockets like this. I put 2 in the back and 1 in the front. And I messed around with another rocket, like in almost, not in the middle, but just a little bit forward. It's probably going to vary depending on your world. I also have 6 balloons on here to keep me up in the air. There was a comment that said, use big balloons. The reason why I don't like big balloons is because I can't get the ship where I want it all the time. You could use a big balloon and then use littler balloons to really adjust the height of your ship. As you can see here, I'm pretty high in the air and I don't really like that. So if I don't want to end up here, I can just remove a couple balloons and this is going to bring my ship down lower overall. If I didn't want to use any rockets, I could just use balloons now. And so I could also use this to go up and down, which honestly with this little ship, I almost would recommend that. I also did remove the front rockets. So there's only 1 rocket on both sides now. I highly would recommend doing that also. But if you want a ship that lands, you can put the rockets on there and you can use them to go up and down. But I have found that it can be a little more, how can I say, intense as you're flying around. So the advantages to this ship is it's very low resource, very easy to build. If you shatter it, you know, you're not out that much. If you have my silk farm, you'll be able to get plenty of silk to put the balloons on. But honestly, if you're gonna build this little fella, I would definitely recommend using the balloons to get you in the air, and then flying to where you want to go using these 3 controls. I've just found it a more pleasant overall experience. This is really going to boil down to user preference on whether you want to take time every time to use the balloons or not use the balloons. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the ship that's a little bit bigger than this and more of the format that I think I'm gonna like overall. Okay guys, so let me show you how to build the ship that I like. This is the one I personally like. If you have my silk farm and you go out into the desert a couple times and kill skeletons, if you have to rebuild it, you have to rebuild it, but no ships in this game are perfect. We did get some comments on the name. One of them was Model T. I think this is why. I like that a lot. And the other one was the Flying Dutchman, which reminded me of SpongeBob. So, and I know that was a pirate also. So I think that was Pirates of the Caribbean. I think they had Dutchman on there too. So we're gonna add these pieces here. We got our floor here. And basically what we did is we kind of outlined the whole T with these floor planks. That's going to give us a little more room when we put on the fence posts. That's what it should look like so far. We want to go 4 high. And then make sure that drops in there like that. Switch. You can do 3 small thrusters. And before we push that over, we're going to add a floor piece there, and then we're going to put another floor piece like that. And then we're going to push this in there. Perfect. Now let's do the other side. Push that into place. Take that block out. Those 2 sides are now done. Now we're going to come back here. We need to add a floorboard back here. I forgot to put that on when I was doing the sides. So you need one back here. And then you want to line this block up right here in the middle. Drop it. Drops down into position. Perfect. Switch there. Large thruster. Large thruster. Stairs. Knock that out. Knock that one out. Leave that one there. Jump up. Jump up here. Fly that forward. Knock out that block. Okay, that's the top side done. Everything should be good to go. Now we're going to put the rockets on the bottom. Okay, there's our rockets underneath. Gonna put our switch down there. Now we're gonna add our balloons. Okay, so after getting done, this is what your ship should look like. I've put some restraints on the sides to help keep dynamic foundations where they're supposed to be. And switch to hand. There we go, perfect. Perfectly well-balanced machine. I cannot tell you how nice that is to see this thing there. And if you guys notice how that started making noise, watch. There was also a comment about people, I guess we've gained weight in Fortnite Lego. Watch this. Because our character used to be like, I don't know, 10 pounds. Now he's like 100 pounds. So once you look, see, I'm pushing the ship down. So I think that is also a change that happened during the update. I think we put some bricks in our pocket, so now we weigh a little. But here, let me show you guys. Take off, going up. And this is why I love this design so much. So you guys see over there, we got 6 balloons, 3 on the back, so 9 and 9 is 18. But look at that, just so nice and smooth. As long as you don't look at the water, as long as you stay away from the water, you know, this thing is just so nice. And it's smaller now, so it takes like 6 less balloons than my other model did. Other than all that noise, I love this ship. I usually gotta turn the volume down so I don't hear it. I don't know if in the next update, if that's something Lego could work on in reducing that noise. That would make flying a lot more of a pleasant experience overall. But guys, this is probably my favorite ship now. And I know dynamic plates, but man, I don't have the problem with dynamic plates that I have with the other things flying off and acting all weird. Let me show you one last thing for everyone out there. I told you at the beginning of this video that some of you guys are like, I hate flying, it's for the birds. I'm gonna put the comment up here. Alright everybody, if you really hate flying and you don't want anything to do with it, let me show you guys one of the easiest ways that you can get around. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put this block right in the middle of this dynamic pad. Then you're going to grab a balloon, a big balloon, slap that balloon on there. You're gonna get your little switch like this. Then you're gonna grab a little thruster and you're gonna look, oh hey, where do I wanna go? I wanna go over there. I can add the thruster and I can take off. Let's say, oh no, I want to head this way now. And then you can travel as far as you want to go that way. You can shut it off. And then when you get to your location, here's the best part. You just break your balloon. And in survival, you can deploy your hang glider, fly all the way down, pick up your stuff, and now you're able to rebuild it when you're ready to go back to your base. So be sure to use your hand and not your pickaxe, so you don't accidentally blow up your whole ship and end up falling down to the ground unexpectedly. So guys, this is Kaboom. If this video was helpful, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please hit the notification bell for more videos like this. And as always, by God's grace, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.